I do most of my traveling at night. It is peaceful, and for the most part, most creatures that would stalk and prowl during those hours, they leave me be. For whatever reason, I am unsure. But they do not bother me. I travel alone. I used to travel with a companion, but one day she disappeared. One moment she was there, just an arm's length away. I could reach out and all my fingers, they would just barely graze her. And I remember looking at her while she walked ahead of me. And I couldn't help but think how lovely she was. Even at night, even when shadows cast over features, even when I was hard of sight, she was lovely. I think it was not her appearance that was lovely, but rather it was the way she held herself. The confidence, the poise. But the wonder. She was curious. She sought out adventure and brought kindness everywhere she traveled. And I simply enjoyed her company. I didn't realize just how much I had grown fond of it. How fond I had become of walking behind her, talking to her, setting up camp and laying beside her, staring up at the sky. I think if I were to ever meet her again, if I were to ever find her, or she to find me, I think I would ask her why she left. I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't be angry. I would just want to know. I'd want to know what adventure called for her that no longer involved me. I'd want to hear what stories she had learned. When I think of her, I think of a warm fire on a cold winter's night, illuminating, life-bringing. It embraces you in a warmth that you just can't imagine getting anywhere else. It's safety. It keeps any lingering eyes in the night at bay, far from where they could reach you. She was security. She was protection. A small slice of comfort in an otherwise cold and dark world. Though, like I said, I travel mainly at night. So the cold and the dark, it never bothered me, because I realized what beauty was inside of that cold and dark. Things that you could never see in the light of day. But to adventure at night, and to have her near me, that was a a sensation I don't believe I could ever recreate with someone. She also reminded me of the stars. She was like the stars on a clear night after it had rained. Not a harsh rain. No, it was like a spring shower. Light, refreshing, but still probably something you want to avoid, for the most part at least. But then the clouds would clear, and then you'd look up at the sky, and you'd wonder how could something so beautiful, just exist far beyond your reach, far beyond any real comprehension. She was like the stars, beautiful, out of reach, but she acted like a guiding light, the way that you would follow the northern star to get to your destination, the way that seafarers and seasoned adventurers knew that by looking up at the sky on a clear night, you could tell exactly where you were going. You could tell where you've been. You can tell where you are. She was like that feeling of knowing where you were, where you are, and where you wish to be. Certainty, but also caution. She was incredible, truly. But she disappeared one night before I could really tell what was going on. I woke up and realized that she was gone. She had left me a letter. She said that it was time for her to go, that other adventures sought her out, and that perhaps one day our paths would cross again. I wait for that day. I'm anxious in case we ever meet again, but I hope that we do. I hope that one day she will show up. She'll see me, and she'll run to me, and I'll run to her, and we'll hug and embrace, and we could share our stories, share what wonders we have seen, what curiosities, and then together we could learn more about the world, about mysteries, curiosities, and then about each other. But that is a silly desire, is it not? After all, she was just one part of my adventure.